So here we have a harpsichord, John Clark's harpsichord, very kindly donated for the afternoon. Double manual. I sound like I know something about it now. Only from what you've described to me already. Malcolm Proud, tell me about this beautiful instrument.
Well, this is a copy of a Donzelague harpsichord. The original was made in Lyons in 1711, and this modern reproduction was built in 1985, European Music Year, it happens to be, and by Christopher Nobbs, who lives and works in London. Had you been living in the 17th or 18th century, instead of having a piano in your room, or forte piano, you would probably have had a harpsichord if you could afford it. And the mechanism is totally different from that of a piano. In the piano, the strings are hit by hammers. Mm-hmm. In a harpsichord, we have these jacks, as they're called. Okay. And it's a little bit of wood. If your finger plays at one end of the key, it's just like a seesaw. Then at the other end are the jacks.
And they kind of pluck the string then rather than.
Yeah, there's a little plectrum.
I see it. Yeah.
And the red bit of cloth is to dampen the string on the way down.
Okay. So it doesn't resonate too long.
Yeah, and the plectrum is on a spring, so it doesn't.
Like a pedal on a piano, it doesn't have any.
Yeah. No, there are no pedals. So you just have to hold the chords. And if I'm playing a scale, rather than just playing like that as written, I might actually hold the notes.
Oh, I see.
To give a bit of a glow, so to give the illusion of pedals. It's a famous thing. If we think of Mozart, he was actually brought up on the harpsichord, and when the forte piano came in, some of them had knee levers. So instead of a pedal, you had a knee lever. So you worked, but
sustain the chord or the note.
Some only had levers on the side. So you had to decide before a piece whether you wanted it with pedal the whole way through, or without, if you see what I mean. If you wanted it without dampers.
Right. Right. So getting back to this instrument, then you dictate the dynamic and the sustain and.
Yeah. On this particular instrument, there are 3 sets of jacks, as you can see. So there are 3 sets of strings. This is one.
Okay, that's the first row.
Yeah. And then the back row. And then, if I want to couple the 2 of them, I push that in, and then.
So you get all 3?
Yeah, but in fact I haven't turned on the 4-foot. Now you get all 3. So like on an organ, you have one stop which is an octave higher than the others.
Wow. And this is a replica of the
Donzelague
the
from 1711. Yeah.
Okay. That's in beautiful condition too. Look at the designs here on the soundboard.
Yeah, Christopher Nobbs is very artistic.
And this here
is the rose. We know that roses in a harpsichord were often made from playing cards, because old instruments that have been opened up, they found bits of old playing card underneath the soundboard. On the upper manual, the upper keyboard, instead of just having, you can have a sort of dampening effect.
Okay, so you would do that manually in between movements or in between phrases or whatever?
Well, between movements.
Right,
mostly,
right.
Yeah. You can't really, haven't got time usually to get fancy.
Thanks so much. Castalia Hall is full of instruments, actually. I had a tour of the music room earlier by John Clark, and it was an amazing collection of lyras, harps, and all sorts of stringed instruments.
Yeah. John Clark is our world expert and export as well, perhaps, on the lyre.
So we'll have to come back. We'll have to come back and hear him play sometime.
You certainly will.
We will. Malcolm Proud, thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
Pleasure,
Real
Carl.
pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.